Good afternoon, everybody. This is ABA Podcast. I'm one of your hosts. That's Money. We got Rax down at the bottom, Chase up top. It's probably looking all different on everybody else's screen. Today we have our golf expert, Sean Gorman, in the house. He's going to be joining us for a little basketball talk. He wants to be
also a basketball
I was going to say, want to delineate Sean has no ball knowledge.
Yeah, for our Canadian curling captain, we have Money Man Parker down here.
Yeah. No, we've
for a guy that knows everything about the world of BMX, but only the chicks. We got Iceman.
I will say this too.
Really
I once witnessed
highlights with no verticality. I'm here.
See, now I'm getting cut off, just like the last podcast where
100%.
I was doing the cutting off. I'm
going
going to finish this
way too much.
I am going to finish this sentence though. I did once watch Gorman terribly beat Rax over here in a one-on-one tournament. Slaughtered him, dunked on him, poster childed him, slapped him in the paint.
It might have been believable till you said dunked on him, but yeah.
Hey, dude, he's 5'11". He can get there.
Dunking off an alley-oop counts, just so everyone knows. I just need to get that out there.
Today we're going to talk in basketball. I just want to jump in and go ahead and say it. My front runner, Luka Doncic, still tearing up the league. We got two people in this pod that disagree with him being the front runner for MVP. We do have some realizations coming from Rax. He's going to be talking a little bit about how he put him. Where'd you put him on your MVP ranking? 2, 3, 4, somewhere in there? Number 2. Perfect. I'm going to open the floor to Sean Gorman over here. I'm going to let him go ahead and talk. Let's hear your take, MVP, NBA in this current segment. I don't know.
So we're all on the same page that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a free throw merchant, right? Can we just start there?
Essentially a right-handed James Harden.
Yeah. Okay. Correct.
Wow,
you had him up on the Pat. You had him on the MVP ladder higher than Luka a few weeks ago.
Yeah, you had him like 2 or 3, like 3 weeks ago. Dude.
I was a prisoner to the moment. Everybody was talking about it.
I mean, I've got Jokic's MVP. He should have won it last year, right? I think that's probably the biggest reason why he'll get MVP this year. It's basically a makeup MVP.
Sorry, bro.
That was the deal, though. Joel gets the MVP. Jokic gets another title. It was a trade-off.
Championship. So, I mean, fair. I just think that the writers and the pundits, whoever votes on it, they're just going to say, yeah, we messed up. Jokic is just as dominant as he was last year. He's on the best team in the West, a more competitive conference. The Timberwolves, I can't stand, so don't even mention the Timberwolves. I don't want to hear about them.
Well, and it's so by committee. Like, the only person you could really say...
Big hater energy over here.
Yeah, you don't hate Ant Edwards. I know that. But...
No, I do like Ant, but it's I got beef with Naz Reid because he's the best center. He's the best center on the Timberwolves, and
they have 4 of them.
I don't understand why. And he's a third one on their depth chart. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So anyway,
they just have Anthony Edwards out there with 3 centers because Cat's playing 2, and yeah, it's I don't know what Minnesota's doing.
Let me ask you this though: if Luka finishes as the number 1 scorer in the NBA and is averaging a triple double, regardless of playoff stat, like where they're at in the playoff standings, how do you pass him up as the MVP?
Is he averaging a triple double?
Pretty close.
He's averaging 33.9 points, 9.2 rebounds, and 9.8 assists. So, I mean,
that's
pretty ridiculous.
That's nuts. Especially, I do see what you're saying. Like, normally if someone averages a triple-double, they kind of just win the MVP.
I'm not even, I get it. Like, we had fucking Westbrook who came out and was just like, yeah, triple-double is the standard for MVP, right? I'm not even talking that. Like, this is a step further, in my opinion, especially leading the league in scoring. I'm pretty sure he's number 1 or number 2. And then to put up the triple-double with it, like, how can you sit there and deny him
well, the answer is because Jokic is averaging 27, 12, and 9. Similar amount of steals, more blocks, more wins. It's always going to be the best player on the best team.
Yeah, but it's
you can argue that Luka has the better number 2 too. So more towards Jokic.
If you're rating Jamal
Murray versus Kyrie, it's close.
I mean, really, the 2 over in Denver is that Christian Braun guy, but He put one on Gobert's head last night, left-handed. It was bad.
Dude, vanilla ice, bro.
Crazy fun fact stat for you. Wemby in 70 games has had 8 7-block games. Gobert in 760 games has had 7 7-block games. So we are witnessing the most insane statistical anomaly alien we've ever seen. And so it doesn't even matter. So it's like the next 2-3 years, we'll talk Jokic, Luka, them for MVP, and then it's going to be Wemby.
And I'm going to be so sick of it.
Especially...
Yeah, I was going to say there'll be Wemby fatigue. Yeah.
I'm going to be sick of it by the time he wins his first one. I'm already sick of
the whispers.
Why?
The whispers in the winds
He's cool. It's just all the time. It's just, ooh, Wemby, ooh.
So follow me here.
Oh my God, he can dribble. It's crazy.
The Lakers are going to lose in the play-in. The Lakers are going to lose in the play-in. The Cavaliers are going to trade Donovan Mitchell and somebody for LeBron, get a pick back. They're going to try to pair LeBron James Jr. and Sr. Darius Garland's going to not be, I don't know, he's going to feel some type of way like Kyrie did. He's going to go get shipped to the San Antonio Spurs to play with Wemby. And
that would be hot.
And it's being talked about, and that's what I'm telling you. So I'm already.
Patty, I heard that same rumor, or not rumor, but I did hear some scuttlebutt. I'm really tapped into the NBA circles, obviously. So I did hear scuttlebutt about Garland to San Antonio.
Yeah, your guys, your sources.
Garland to San Antonio would actually be pretty raw. And that'd give them a couple of young players just to develop around too.
Imagine if they didn't trade DeJounte Murray.
If you look at the Western Conference, there's not one team that doesn't have an insane 1-2 punch of some caliber. At least it's relevant. The Nuggets with Murray and Jokic. The T-Wolves with Ant and then 3 centers. The Thunder with SGA and then... What's his name? Sorry, Chet. The Clippers,
Chet, dude.
They have PG and Kawhi, or they have, PG and Russ. Mavericks, Luka and Kyrie. Pelicans, you could argue CJ McCollum and Zion are that one.
You can't argue that. Nope.
What about BA?
No, we're gonna argue.
Yeah.
That's. I wish I could say that, but he was ass this year.
That seems more of a big three.
Team. The Suns, they're 1-2. Devin Booker, and KD. The Kings, Sabonis and Fox. Lakers, AD, LeBron. Warriors, Clay and Steph. Or Kuminga.
I don't know if Clay and Steph count as a 1-2 anymore. I think it's just Steph.
Are you kidding me? Did you see their stats the other night?
Yeah, no.
When
they Clay has a good game once every 5.
Thank you.
Clay's came back from injury pretty roughly. He just hasn't been himself, and
he was out from the age of 29 to the age of 32. He lost his whole prime.
Right, and that's the thing too. He's trying to make a comeback and still be a splash brother and shoot. And there's a ton of pressure there. I think a lot of what Clay's going through is mental. I do think he lost a little bit of speed and agility and stuff like that. But
you're going to lose that step on the defensive end. Yeah. You're not going to be able to yam like you used to. And
he was never
it's going to take an effect on
was
the
it our group chat that sent the picture of the Lakers and the Warriors trade?
Yeah, I
sent
that.
One LeBron for Steph.
Yeah,
dude.
LeBron for Steph, and I'm like, I kind of fuck with that.
That's a way. It would never happen.
Dude, straight across, it honestly might not be a bad trade.
Draymond would be so happy.
Well, good thing Draymond's not the center of attention there.
The LeBron team dinners would be so weird with Draymond.
Hey, do you think that LeBron would cry on camera when Draymond gets ejected too, or what?
Probably.
Yeah.
They're linked. Ever since Draymond kicked him, they have a little bit of each other's DNA.
Yeah. Was it you that sent me that thing? It was like LeBron laying in a hospital bed saying, "I'm old, past my prime," and he's got like a thing hooked up. He's talking to Bronny. He's like, "You have to get drafted." And Bronny's like, "I'm not ready. I'm going to enter the transfer portal and go somewhere else."
Verbal meme.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty funny because
I can see it. You paint such a picture with your words.
Well, and then Bron's like, "But you have to do it, or I'll never live again." And he just fades,
was this a
right?
meme or is this a comic book?
It's like a little like
it's the new Marvel
video
movie.
And it's hella funny because
it's like 4 panels.
He goes, "Oh, Doc, is he okay?" And he walks up and just punches LeBron in the stomach. All right, I'll go fuck myself.
Next time, just pull the meme up, bro. So outside of MVP, because it's like a 3-horse race. Legitimate contenders for the championship. I look at Boston. They're 14 games above the 2 seed in the East. So if they don't make it out, they're fucked. They're fucked.
Oh, if we don't make it to the finals, it's cataclysm. Cataclysm. It's fucking Joe Mazzulla gone. Everything's. It's
blow it up, trade
I want
Tatum.
to burn down the city if we don't make the NBA Finals. That's how I feel.
Yeah, no, and so I feel like this is more like a Western Conference. Like, what's the question over there? And is it as straight a shot for the Nuggets, or is there a team out there that can actually take down the Nuggets?
So the good thing about Boston is, at least through their conference, they're going to have home field advantage, being the number 1 seed, right?
Home
Or
field.
Home court advantage.
Home
okay.
field, baby.
I mean, at home they're 35-3, and on the road they're 27-14.
I was gonna say we got the weather on our side.
Yeah, exactly.
Over at Gillette Stadium.
They are a home team. You can look at the record: 35-3 at home, 27-14 on the road. It's if they get to stay at home throughout. Like, obviously they can't stay at home all the way through.
Bro, they're still winning 66% of their games on the road, if that's the actual number.
All that being said, though,
that's a weakness, though.
They have been a home team, a home dog. They win all their home games every regular season, and then when they get to the playoffs, it's the exact fucking opposite. So,
like,
we'll
as
see.
It sits right now, I think there's 2 games left for most teams, which means that they'll have home court advantage throughout the entirety of the playoffs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. But I also don't think, Zingis versus Jokic is not a wash. Jokic wins that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of been Boston's, that's been their
I don't think
card.
anybody can
nothing's
stop
working.
Jokic, but...
And then it's kind of like I see a JB MPJ wash. So then it's Tatum and Murray.
I think that's a little bit disrespectful to JB, and I'm not the biggest JB fan, but he's better than Michael Porter Jr. But he's better than Michael Porter Jr. Still.
Yes, he's much better than Michael Porter Jr.
We're not. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is what they each will do for their team will end up kind of being like they're going to be the X factor person for their team, and so it's going to end up washing over the series. Is what I'm saying. I'm not trying to equate the players or say MPJ is neutralizing JB. JB neutralizes himself going left.
Yeah,
Jason Tatum listen, man. Versus Jamal Murray.
Left,
I feel like it's a Jason Tatum legacy thing. Like, if he can't will him this time, it's like this guy's not him.
You already know he's finna hump the air and hit some step back threes while doing it. So
all I think about is JB and Zoolander. Candy Master, Blue Steel.
I think in the Western Conference, man, I don't want to play the Mavericks, and I really don't want to play the Kings as an 8 seed. The Nuggets against the Kings first round. That's I could see an upset there, and I know it sounds insane. It's just how the teams match up.
Here's the thing, though. They're gonna play the winner of the play-in tournament, if you want to call that a win. Am I right on that? The winner and loser for 8 and 7 seed,
No, because
right?
the ultimate winner of the play-in, I think, ends up as the 7 seed, and so they'll go on to play
so they go to
2.
Timbers.
That makes no sense.
So
yes and no.
It does. Yeah, it does. So it's an elimination single game right off the bat.
If you're a 7 or 8, double elimination. If you are a 9 or 10, single elimination.
Yeah.
So the 7-8's in the play-in as well. Okay, I got it.
7-8 go to the actual first round of the playoffs, regardless. But
dude,
whoever
I just want to go
playing
back
for
to
that
7-8.
7-8.
I just want to go back to
7-8 can lose out. If 7-8 is 2 games, they're out, and then 9 or 10 takes over their position. But that's
they
not
should just go back
important.
to 8 teams on each side and just fucking be normal. I hate this
shit.
But
yeah, I don't know. It's just looking at how both conferences are set up. There's some teams that can for sure make noise, but I feel like it's going to be Denver versus Boston, a little bit of DB, and I don't know, man. Maybe I'll eat my words in a month here when somebody gets upset, but that's just what it's looking like.
Is it time to go on the Bucks? Sorry.
I honestly think that LA is going to end up the 8 seed, and they'll play the Nuggets right off the bat, and you're going to see a 7-game series right off the bat for the Nuggets and Lakers.
I like where your head's at. I agree with that. I think the Lakers, nobody wants to play.
And I mean, AD and Braun are actually healthy at the right time right now.
And AD is playing crazy right now.
I just feel like they're all being savagely mismanaged over there. I just feel
we have a saboteur leading our team, and I think if we do,
Pat Bev's not there anymore.
If they do play well, it's despite our head coach.
I think the big X factor this last couple of weeks for the Lakers, though, has been our boy Rui. Also played shortstop.
Keep his fucking name out of this podcast.
He lost somebody money.
Somebody
lost money.
He played shortstop.
I hate that guy so much.
And as a pitcher in Japan, so I like the guy, but he's really came on as late. He was expected to come on a little bit like this at the beginning of this year, after last year's finish and stuff like that, moving that starting role, and he's actually been tearing it up the last few weeks. He single-handedly fucked Iceman, which I appreciate.
We all
We
love
love
that.
that.
You had nothing
We
to gain
love
from
that.
that.
Yeah,
we love
no,
that.
I
Cost me
did.
$450 fucking dollars on a tie. It's not funny. It's fucking the worst thing ever.
I agree. I just
Well-
don't agree with the tiebreaker. I feel like that should be an even split. It's like,
I feel like
I
you
told him
tie
I'm
it.
not paying. I'm not paying. I'm not
damn,
paying
dude.
my buy-in.
We've had some fantasy blowouts this year in terms of people not wanting to pay money, but
That's-
we
yeah,
can get
that's-
into that
yeah.
another time.
I was gonna say we
Um,
probably shouldn't blow him up here.
I can't
yeah,
wait for
I
our
mean-
fantasy draft on this podcast, dude. It's gonna be great.
I think other than that in the NBA, the only thing I want to say is why in God's name did anybody expect anything different from the Bucks after they fired Mike Budenholzer, who lost his
Rivers.
brother to a
You
car
heard it here
crash
first, people.
during a
You heard it
series
here
that Giannis
first.
Antetokounmpo chose to pick and choose when he wanted to play. And now Giannis is injured for the rest of the regular season. Dame's on a frickin' island with Chris Middleton, and that team hates each other. I
Well-
don't understand anything going on in Milwaukee. They
What
handed
was
off
the
to
actual
McKee.
diagnosis of Giannis?
It's a word I can't pronounce. It's like a lower calf strain. It starts with an S, like Sepua or something. Let me look it up.
That kind of makes me think that maybe he was injured prior and was load managing himself through his own personal physician, and then Doc comes in and just kind of
Soleus strain. Sorry, not
soleus.
Seppius,
That's your
but
muscle in
soleus.
your leg. Your
Yeah,
soleus
calf
muscle
muscle.
goes up. Huh? Yeah, it's your calf. It goes up your calf right there.
Oh yes.
But maybe that makes you think that he knew his body was hurting. He went and saw some help. He maybe had a personal doctor or something like that make a call, and then the NBA or his team just decided, hey, we need to make this playoff push. Like, we're not doing that. We're already however many games back behind Boston. What is it? They're pretty far back.
Yeah,
I want to say like 13 games back or
13
something.
and a
Yeah,
half.
13 and a half.
Yeah.
It
They're
might
about to
be
give it up
12
to
and
the
a
Knicks
half
for the
because
second
I think-
seed.
Yeah,
Well, the
I
Knicks
think
the
just
Knicks-
beat the brakes off the Celtics too.
I was gonna say the Knicks are actually the team that I've got that are going to be surprising in the playoffs. I think potentially if they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, that game goes at least 5, maybe 6, and I could see the Knicks pulling an upset there. I like
I think
Jalen
for me
Brunson.
it's a little bit hard to rate any game that the Celtics are playing since they got to about 60 wins because that was
Fair.
the clinch. And so I'm not going to, overreact to the Knicks beating them tonight, even if it is a sizable victory, right? Like the Celtics have been dominant. I can't remember. Let me look at their conference record.
39
39
and 10.
and 10
In
their
a terrible
conference.
Eastern Conference, but
Yeah,
they
Eastern
do
Conference
beat.
is
No, I know.
garbage.
They actually take lots of games off.
Yep.
Like against
The
Eastern Conference
Pistons and the
players or
Wizards
teams.
and the
Hawks.
Hornets combined did not win so the bottom 3 teams didn't win as many games by like 4 as the Celtics won this year. So
That's crazy.
It's a dismal division.
The team I'm afraid of is the Hawks if they make it into the through the play-in game because you can shake your head. Go watch a Celtics Hawks game. They always play us fucking hard.
True.
And they took
No,
us
even
to
back
7.
in the day,
They
like
took us to
07,
7 last
08,
year.
09.
Trey, the
I
choke
don't know
artist,
what
young,
it is.
dude.
There's
Come
something
on.
in the fucking
Back when they
water,
had
dude.
Big
When they
Shot
play us,
Joe and Al Horford.
it's like when the Dolphins would play Tom Brady, dude. For some reason, they just fucking show up every time. It's stupid.
I'm here
You're
for
gonna
it.
hate my take on this. That other team that I think people are sleeping on
Things not
too is the
focusing.
Cavs.
The Cavs
They-
could be decent.
The Cavs, I mean, their roster's built for it. It's good. Do I think they can play, size on size with the Celtics? Probably not. They might have to try, different lineups and beat them in a game of chess. But I think they could potentially do it. I can't count Donovan Mitchell
Yeah.
out.
I know it's
Two
been
teams. I was just gonna say 2 teams in the Eastern Conference that I don't know, the Celtics. Well, they haven't had trouble with the Sixers, but if you have Embiid healthy, does that make you guys nervous at all? And then do the Heat scare anybody? I think that I saw something that the Heat haven't played more than like 30 minutes with like one lineup the whole season. Like they have just
Wow.
been rotating people in and out.
keeping
I
guys
think
fresh.
Spoelstra's been doing that to try to, throw people off or just figure out what his best lineup is. Like, I don't know. It's
I don't
either
know.
there's
They've
such a
been
good
hurt
reason
bunch.
for it, yeah, or there's, a good reason for it.
Yeah.
I think
I was
both of
gonna
those teams though could make some noise. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I agree with the Heat. The Heat scare me.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not scared of Embiid just because we kind of fucking own the Sixers.
I know,
It's
yeah,
like-
you
it's
guys
just
do.
like at this point, it's like pretty much slam dunk second round exit for Philly. Go fuck yourselves, Philadelphia.
I think
Um,
not this year, but
and
I think. Oh, sorry.
I just wanted to double real quick to the Cavs because I just wanted to get in. I know he's been hurt, but Evan Mobley, kind of a disappointing season.
Stinks.
I really thought he was going to level up this year, and he's just
Yeah.
shit all over what he's done the last couple of years. So that was disappointing.
No, I mean, yeah, they're talking about him not even getting a max right now. So I mean, whoever ends up signing him, like whoever pays that money, because he'll probably be an unrestricted free agent, is going to value from that greatly. I could see the Spurs sneaking in to get a 4 for Wemby.
Dude, that would be a
would be
crazy Twin Towers combo right there.
Well, yeah, I just feel like they play so well because Evan, occupies that inside zone, kind of mid range a little more, and Wemby's
Pretty
more
good
of like
passer.
I'm dunking or I'm hitting that 3, and so it just tends to work well that way.
They
I
have
think
Darius
next
Garland
year-
too, right?
Yeah, Darius Garland, Donovan
Yeah,
Mitchell, they're scary, bro.
I mean, yeah, but what has he been doing this season? I haven't heard of him too much. I mean, I don't know.
The Cavs had a run where they won like
They
16
were
out of
hot.
like 18 games or something, kind of like maybe 2 months ago.
That was,
when they were kind of all clicking.
Was that was the run when they had that 30-point comeback against the Celtics? Yeah. That
Yeah,
was
but
tough
I think they also, if you look at that, most of the teams they played were like bottom feeders in the East. So I don't know how real it really was, especially against like better competition. But I don't know. I think the Magic, are a year away from being pretty good, I would say. I think they don't have any playoff experience, but Paolo's the real deal. Franz has
Paolo's
had a
good.
mediocre year, but
Yeah.
you would think he would probably level back off. And then Jalen Suggs, incredible perimeter defender, and they got Jonathan Isaac for defense too. He
I
comes
love
off the
Cole
bench.
Anthony too as a six
Paulo
man.
reminds me of Paul Pierce.
Yes,
Yeah,
dude.
he's
he's
looking
really,
good.
really smooth.
Yeah.
He's just
He's got a
like
really
not
good
overly
frame.
quick, but he's explosive. He's
Yeah.
developing that
Yeah.
nitty, kind of a weird jumper, the
Dude,
headband, the
that
dreads.
shit clicked for me when you said that.
I just
Damn.
the name, bro. I was
That's
talking
a
to
self. I'm disappointed in you, Chase.
other Sean, and we're just sitting there.
You good?
Who? Me?
Yeah,
I was talking
Yeah.
to other Sean, and just we're sitting there. And
Had a
you
stroke?
switched out.
No, that's what I was saying. Is
Yeah,
I was
dude.
just talking to other Sean when I
Oh,
came.
you guys
out
were
of
just sitting there.
Paris.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Oh yeah, I was
I'm
like,
so
are we
sorry.
gonna pan over and other Sean's here?
We can get
Well, I
him
mean,
on
I
one of
was
these days.
good. I got a little pop up on here that I was trying to read, so I guess it took my thought away. But I thought I
It
had
looks-
finished my sentence.
It looks like Mr. Garland over there is average 18.1 and 6.6 rebounds. Or sorry, 6.6
What's his
assists.
assist? Oh.
6.6, yeah. Nothing too great, nothing too bad. I mean, it's above average, I think, but he's still developing. He's young. I think he's like 23, 24, somewhere in there. So if you guys had to pick, I'm going to go ahead and ask now, one sleeper to win it all. Who is it?
Sleeper has to be less than a 5 seed.
Okay.
I'm going to caveat
5
that it's
seed
got to
or
be
less or
playing.
less than a 5 seed.
Less than the 5 seed.
They've
got to
be in the play-in tournament.
can't
I'm gonna
pick
go
the
ahead-
Mavs.
Yeah, dude, that's
Oh,
cheap.
actually, nobody's gonna like this. Nobody's gonna like this, but the Sixers,
I'm taking the Heat.
bro. Joel Embiid's back, and he just had like a 37, 12, and 9 game.
They'll make a run to their second round playoff exit.
You guys are missing
Huh?
like some pretty big teams. Like we've got
second
fucking
round playoff exit. Isn't that a name of a Boston band? I think they go by the Celtics now, but
No, we don't lose in the second round. We lose in the Eastern Conference
Eastern
Finals.
Conference Finals.
Listen,
Eh.
we have standards here.
You guys are missing some big teams, though. I mean, there's the obvious team down there, Golden State, who's been there, done that a lot the last 10 years. You got one seed up from that. You got the Lakers, LeBron James, AD. The play-in tournament in the Western Conference is going to be really, really interesting. It's going to be the one that kind of
full of old people, man. It's a
Oh,
geriatric
yeah, uh-huh.
society down
you
there.
go ball
Suns
up
are
against any of those,
old.
bro. You got KD, Devin
Retirement
Booker in there. I
old.
mean, like,
Yeah, I was gonna say the Suns are the other
Katie's
team.
washed, bro. Katie's freaking washed.
Shouts
Oh,
to IT.
whatever.
Shouts to IT. We should give a shout to IT, boys. Come on.
I'm
gonna go ahead and
That's
say
the
it, my
league.
sleeper
That shit's
team.
awesome.
Katie's like that really hot girl in high school that's homie hopping, and it's like after a while, it's just not that hot no more.
You don't want to be the caboose, bro.
You don't want to be associated with so much mediocrity, is my point. And I'm not here to judge. You do you, shorty, but I'm just not here for it, KD.
well, I mean, he has gone on loaded rosters. Those
Loaded with what, bro? People that can't get on the court, people that can't shoot efficiently, people
He's
that
been to
chase
some
70
loaded
when their
rosters.
team fouls
People
for
that-
it.
people that can't take shots efficiently.
I was a
That's
Suns fan, bro.
Kyrie.
They're allergic to playing defense in that organization. They haven't done it in 20 years.
Well, my sleeper team is going to be LA as a 9 seed. I'm just going to go ahead and change this one. I'm not getting into
Love
it.
it, Parker.
Yeah,
I'm going to stick with the Sixers.
Yeah.
I'll take the Lakers too. Do the Thunder scare anybody? Or too young? They don't have any experience.
I don't think they have the shooting right now. Like when I think about like elite 3-point shooting and executing in the half court set, right? Contested 3-point shooting, strong sets to get good 2-point. Like they play a lot in transition and they rely on their youth a lot, and that's all fine and dandy. You know, like maybe back in the day, like the 13 Thunder used to do. They'll run a team out of the gym and give the Lakers a fit, take them to 7. You know, not the Lakers, but maybe a higher seed or a more perennial, playoff team, they'll take them to that point. But it's hard
I think
to say.
that Thunder team requires a Chet Holmgren of like 2 to 3 years down the line.
I forgot that they had Gordon Hayward on their team as senior leadership. Wow.
He's playing like 10 minutes a game, but yeah.
Yeah, he's averaging like 10 points. The Thunder are kind of weird to me, right? So you look at their roster, and yeah, they've got players that are a couple years out. But if you want to see them make a far run in this playoffs, it's just like what Chase just said. Chet Holmgren is gonna have to play at that MVP caliber, player. He's gonna have to take that team and carry him on their back through that.
He needs to be what Wemby is right now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he needs to be, and that's not gonna happen.
And he's gonna have to have fucking Shea help him out. Like, is it Shea or Shy? I always mess up.
Who cares?
Shea.
Yeah. So Shea's gonna have to help him out. Shea's gonna have to at least facilitate some of that offense. And Chet's going to have to be that guy that we think he's going to be in a few years, or we hope he's going to be in a few years.
Yes.
The problem is in the next few years, he's competing against the guy that's going to start winning MVPs here soon.
If anything, though, it's like competition breeds more competition, Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah. The real question is, does he have the mental fortitude to be compared to Wemby over and over and over again?
I think so, bro. He literally was putting his head into the dude's chest while he tried to dunk on him. Like,
I was going to say, I feel like if he could have it his way, he'd have a battle royale and last man to come out alive with Wemby if he could.
That's fair.
Wemby stole his thunder, bro.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
I'm about at the time, by the way.
Yep.
You're about at that time? Well, with that being said, guys.
Tapped out.
Yeah, looking forward to some playing tournaments starting in a few days. We'll probably cover those on the pod. Sean, we'll have you back on here soon.
To see how wrong we were.
Pleasure.
Hopefully we have you again. Maybe we add you to the group chat that we got going on, and you can start feeding us some ideas. And
I'll just argue with Chase about
you
the
talk shit
Celtics,
about.
honestly.
I don't think that we'll argue that much because I'll be like, yeah, they're gonna blow it too.
Okay, good. All right. Most realistic Celtics fan.
You should have seen the text. What did I said? My Cataclysm text was, what was it? Fuck.
What you'll learn about Chase and Boston fans everywhere is up until the day they start. Up until the day they start playing, he's going to be hating on him 100%. And then they're going to play 3 good games, and he'd be like, "Yeah, they got the offensive power. They got it. Let's go." And they get hyped, dude. And then we all start talking shit. And he's like, "You can't talk shit, man. Come on, it's only been like 7 games."
You're referencing this guy.
On that note, we'll discuss this in the group chat.
That's how it went.
This has been ABA Pod covering a little bit the basketball play-in tournament. I don't know where I was going to go with that. We'll talk a little bit more about it next week.
Enjoy the Masters, by the way. Hope you all walk in and watch some golf this weekend.
Guys only want one thing, and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Augusta.
Yes, sir.
All right. Later, guys.
Birds chirping.